Everybody's going to be doing the speed limit now. You're going to go grab somebody else. Have a nice evening, officer. So I figured talk to you a little bit about riding in the rain, since we've had spotty showers off and on all day, because I don't want you to be like one of those riders that are, oh, it's raining, I can't ride. But what if you have to? What if you are traveling through and you got to ride, or if you're going home after work at FX Caprara Harley-Davidson, or wherever you happen to work at, and you rode your bike to work. Oh, my nose itches again! Ah! I don't want to crack my visor doing 75. Oh, I'll have to wait till I get off. And it itches so bad. So anywho, what was I saying? Oh yeah, riding home and getting caught out in the rain or whatever. People made fun of me this morning. You're nuts, you're riding, it's gonna rain. Well, it was like 40% chance of rain, and yes, we did get showers while I was at work today, but my bike was parked underneath the pavilion, so she stayed dry, and I didn't want to let 40% chance of rain give me a whole day of not riding. That's no fun. So you would think the number one tip would be to have a rain suit, but it's not. The number one tip that I have you to be successful for riding in the rain is to have good tires. Make sure you have good tread on your tires. Make sure your tires are at the proper tire pressure. So you should be checking that at least once a week, if not more often. And if you need to replace those tires, especially if you're going to go on a long trip on the bike, then replace those tires, because being able to grip the road where the rubber meets the road is your best bet at being able to ride in the rain. And of course, the next tip is to have a rain suit on if possible. Oh, I can smell the rain actually. Getting a rain suit, if you haven't bought one already, if you are getting a Harley rain suit, I can tell you that you have different levels of rain suits. So you have good, better, and best when it comes to Harley rain suits. Better is usually where I'm at, unless I'm on a long road trip, then I take my best rain suit. And if you, like I said, if you are buying a Harley rain suit, then you want to get the size that you normally wear in Harley. So if you're normally an extra large in Harley button-down shirts, jackets, so on and so forth, you're going to then want to buy an extra large rain suit. And I know that sounds weird because you're going to be wearing all your gear, so your rain suit should be a double X, right? Because you're going to make it fit over all your rain gear. Harley has taken out that conundrum. They have automatically sized their jackets to fit over, the rain suits to fit over your riding gear. So you don't have to worry about that. Just get the size that you normally wear, and it should work out fine. Hello, fellow rider. Harley's rain suits are also vented, breathable, so that way you can put it on before you need it. If it looks like you're going to ride into the rain. And not become your own personal sauna, sitting on top of your motorcycle in the heat and humidity. Of course, if you're riding in a lot of heat and humidity and it is raining, you might not want to wear a rain suit at all. I know, coming back from Vermont, I wouldn't have minded one bit running into a rainstorm to cool off a little bit. And if you decide to get rain gaiters for your boots, if you have lace-up boots like I do, you might want to consider it. It'll help from getting your boots soaked. And you're going to put on your rain gaiters first and then your rain pants over that. Because if you do it the other way around, the water's going to run down your rain pants into your boots. Anyway, so that's not going to work out good. If your boots happen to get soaked while you're riding along, anyways, you didn't get a chance to get your rain gaiters on, or you were like me one time and said, looks like I'm riding out of it, I'll take off my rain suit, and sure enough, right into the rainstorm I rode. That was Cleveland, Ohio. Hey, Cleveland, how are ya? And if your boots happen to get soaked and you're traveling through, and the hotel you're staying at or campground or whatever has a dryer, you can stick your boots in the dryer. Do not, I recommend anyways, do not try to dry out your boots using a hairdryer. You're going to burn out the hairdryer, and then you're probably going to end up paying a ton of money for a hairdryer that didn't cost all that much, but it was a hotel's hairdryer and you just killed it. So slow down. 70 and a 55. Slow down. There we go. So you're going to want to throw your boots in the dryer, but you don't want them tumbling around in the dryer because it's going to chew up your boots, it's going to chew up the dryer, it's going to melt the rubber. That's not going to be fun. So what one of our H.O.G members told us 2 years ago now, our H.O.G member said, tie a knot in your shoelaces, so then that way you can close the dryer door and have the shoelaces on the outside, and then that way the boots aren't going to be tumbling around inside the dryer. If your bike has a high flow air filter like mine does with the 114 Milwaukee 8 motor, make sure and take your rain sock so it's not going to be sucking in water as you're riding along in the rain. And the last tip I have for you is just pretty much common sense. Keep in mind, I am not a rider's coach, rider's edge coach, riding academy coach. I'm not a licensed MSF instructor. I know a few though, and they have given me these tips, which are when riding in the rain, especially if it's been dry for a long time. Keep in mind the oil that you might not necessarily see is built up in the center of the lane underneath the cars, because when it starts to rain, all that moisture is going to bring those oils to the surface, and it's going to make that part of the lane even more slick. So avoid it if you can. And then in turns, excuse me, you're going to want to slow down even more. Keep in mind the pavement is wet, so your tires aren't going to be gripping as much as they would if the pavement is dry, obviously. When we get a lot of rain, the runoff tends to accumulate in the corners, which can bring salt and sand and leave it there. So you want to watch out for that as well. Another good reason to slow down and have good tires. Also, another thing that tends to get wet more faster, become more slipperier in the rain are these lovely little tar snakes. Tar snakes are the cracks in the asphalt that aren't large enough to make repaving the road a possibility, but they will come along, usually with an air gun, clean out all the dust and sand and whatnot from the cracks, seal them with tar, which gives you these little black squiggly lines to prevent the pavement from cracking any further. And because they're not asphalt, they are tar, obviously, why they're called tar snakes. Hello, Captain Obvious. They tend to get slippery faster, like if it's just a mist or even a morning dew will make them slippery. Is that a word? That's a word, right? Slippery. Yeah, right? Slippery when wet. Hello, duh. My knowledge of rock and roll has saved me yet once again. So if you're riding down a road that has a lot of these tar snakes on there, also beware of that. And adjust your ride accordingly. And I think that's about all the tips that I have for you in riding in the rain. Obviously, the best way to be confident to ride in the rain is to go out and just do it. It sounds crazy, I know, but I would argue that any day spent riding a motorcycle in the rain or not in the rain is a good day. So if you like this video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified when we upload new videos, be sure to hit that bell. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Dawn, and I work at FX Caprara Harley-Davidson. Be sure to stop over and see us. Exit 42, right off of Interstate 81, in the North Country of the beautiful state of New York. Until the next time, guys, stay safe, have fun. I think I missed it. I think I missed the rain. I don't want to jinx myself.